Hello, hello, it's Natasha here with Britches Get Stitches. Thanks for joining me today. So this is my channel that's basically crafts. Mostly it's cross stitch and sewing, just kind of a smattering of both. I primarily do cross stitch and machine sewing, and so I've got a lot of floss tubes out there. This is actually one of my sew with me videos, adventures in sewing, whatever I decide to call it. And I basically just have a project that I need to make something for and make up a pattern and run with it. So today I have a request from my daughter for a backpack. So she starts preschool August 21st and has requested a pink and purple backpack with unicorns. Now she got really specific and she said, I want pink on the outside, or no, pink on the front, purple on the back, and unicorns. So I found some fabric, watched a few tutorials on YouTube, and made my own pattern. So I took a few clips here and then of me sewing and putting everything together, and we're just gonna see what happens. So let's go into those videos. Okay, so like I was saying, I made my own template out of just brown art paper. Just took an idea of the size I wanted. I held this up to my daughter's back to see what size it would look like, and it definitely fits. It's something she's gonna grow into, so hopefully she'll use it a while, because she, toddler age. Yeah, so I made the entire outline, and then I've got this line marked here for the inner pocket that I'm just gonna put just some bias tape on. I would consider doing elastic, but I don't think I'm going to do that. And then I marked out kind of where generally I'd like to have like the front pocket on. And then I just cut out all of my fabric. So you can see over here, put this to the side, I've got the back side. I do want to have this waterproof canvas down at the bottom. So I've got 2 sets of that to cover the outside and inside. Then I've got my pocket here, and I've cut a little bit extra because I'm gonna end up folding it in on itself. I'm using Velcro. You can use magnetic clips or push pins or something, but I just think Velcro is going to be easier for her to open and close. So I have the pocket as well as the closure, and then I have the interior lining piece for both sides. This is that interior pocket. So when you open up the bag, you're going to have this pocket here you can put stuff in. And then I've got some gusset material for going around the bottom and sides. And then I've got the top gusset material for the zipper. And then I've got, this is the straps, the material for the straps that I'm going to put on her. And I just measured, I took my measuring tape and went from her shoulder down to about her waist area, what would look comfortable to wear. And I chose that minus a couple inches, just because I'm going to use the waterproof canvas to make the remaining portion of the strap with the buckle. And then I still have to cut out a piece for the handle up top, because that was one thing that I did forget. But then I also have all of my lining pieces cut out as well. So we are ready to get sewing on this. And the very first thing that I did, you probably saw in that first set of pieces, I laid out what I want the front to look like and then what I want the pocket to look like. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go here and I'm going to turn this, well, first I'm going to sew my Velcro onto these 2 pieces, and then I'm going to turn this inside out, this inside out, or right sides to right sides, sew, leaving a little gap, flip them inside out, and then sew them closed. From there, I'm gonna set these up here so that I'll make the front before I will then top stitch the pocket on. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so these two pieces have been sewn with a little opening after I got the Velcro on them. I clipped the corners and then also a little bit extra to help turn. I got that little bit of advice from Jess over at Oakla Roots. So now I'm just gonna turn them inside out, and hopefully I didn't clip the corners too close.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so now I'm gonna iron these down, top stitch around the outsides of both, and then also get this sewed on so I can flip. Okay, so now I've got my front, my back panel, I've got my pocket, and I've got the top of my pocket. So I'll set these here. I will clip everything. This can go to the side. So I will clip everything and get this pocket top and bottom sewn on. Okay, and now I need to figure out the size, like length of my gusset. And so I'll start with this canvas and do some measuring. Got, let's see, 3 3/4. Let me use this paper over here. 3 3/4, and that's gonna be on both sides. And then this here is 10.5. Okay, so that is my total. I can add all that up plus seam allowance for canvas. And then for around the top, we've got, let's see if we can, I'll have to loop it like this. Here we go. And normally if you have your own pattern, you don't, or if you have a pattern that you bought from somebody else, you don't have to do this. But since I made this pattern, there's one part I'm gonna have to do. Let's see if I can finagle this. Looks like, wow, 27 on the dot. Dang. Okay. But I don't want the zipper to go all the way. I think I want the zipper to go maybe here or so. So what I'll do is measure up to that. Let's see, this is 4. Let's do the 4. Get rid of that one. That's gonna be in seam allowance, so that's fine. So we'll do 4 inches up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a gusset of the exterior that's 4 inches attached to the bottom gusset of the canvas, and then this top over here, whatever, 27 minus 8, so 19 inch zipper, which works because I have a 22 inch zipper, so I can do a 19 inch gusset zipper that's attached to the exterior and the lining. So I'm going to cut out those pieces now. So I've decided that I need to do the zipper first. So I have everything cut out. I've got the 2 zipper sides that are 19. I actually did 20 just to help out with seam allowance. And then I've got my 2 smaller ones that are going to go on either side. And then I've got my canvas still over here. So I'm going to sew this zipper on. I've got the right side of the zipper to the right side of the exterior, and then sandwiched that with the interior right side to wrong side of the zipper. So I'm going to zip this, or I'm going to sew this, and then I will iron these down and do the exact same thing on the other side of the zipper. Okay, so I have my exterior and interior on the zipper. I cut off this side to make it straight, and then I took one of my interior 4x4s and my exterior 4x4s, sorry, exterior, interior, and laid them, so like right side to right side, right side to right side. I found the midpoint, marked it with a pen, and lined that up with the zipper, and now I'm gonna sew along the edge here. Yes, they don't go to the very end. That's because I always overestimate on the amount of fabric that I need. So like the backpack's not going to be this wide. It's going to be like this wide. So once I get these on, then I can cut off the excess. I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to pull this zipper in. This right now is 21. So I'm going to take it and take an inch off on this end, maybe like a ½ inch. I just gonna even it out here because you can see this exterior is a little bit bigger than the interior, and then I'll attach this onto this side over here, and then I'll work on getting the canvas on. Okay, I've got my zipper gusset and I've got my vinyl or canvas gusset, so now I'm gonna attach these. I did leave an inch on here and an inch on here, so I'm going to do a ½ inch seam allowance, and that should fit like perfectly. Okay, so you can see it's starting to come together. So I went ahead and put the foam on the back. So this is the front. This is going to be your back. So I've got my interior lining for this one and for this one. I've got two pieces here, so it's going to look like this. This gusset, I went ahead and I had just some extra waterproof canvas lying around, so I bias tape, finagled it. Basically, it's that method of fold in half and then open and fold to the middle, and then I sewed, and I made it a little bit bigger just because I know Lucy's going to be dragging it around. I backstitched and backstitched over it a lot because I knew she's going to hold it by that. I've marked my centers here and here, bottom as well. I've got my gusset all laid out, so it's going to come to here, to there. I again put foam on the bottom as well because that's going to need that reinforcement, and so it's really starting to come together, guys. So what I'm going to do next, tomorrow, because it's calling it quits tonight, I am going to put these backs on the panels, the front and back panel. So this goes there, this one goes on that one. So I will put these on, and then I'm going to lay out and make my pocket. And so this is going to go here so that you can reach out and stuff. So I'm going to probably find some purple fabric and bind that. So that'll be a nice little pocket there. And then I will make the straps. I've got some poofy for the straps, and these are going to go on each. So, cut this in half and then fold over and sew. And then on, let's see, today's Saturday. Tomorrow I'll do this, and then Monday, hopefully I can attach the straps to the back panel as well as the bottom part of the straps, the waterproof canvas on the bottom with the buckles. And then on Tuesday, fingers crossed, everything goes as it should, I can put the panels all together on the gusset, and we'll have a bag. So yay, it's coming together. Okay, well, these straps were a lot more interesting than I thought they were going to be. I had the foam in here, wrapped this fabric around. This is the contrasting fabric, so it's the lining fabric, and sewed straight down those, and then I left some fabric at the end so that I could attach the top portion of the, I don't even know what this stuff is called, cording, webbing, and I had to fold that in because I wanted this to be like inside, and didn't even think about the fact that I was going to have the fold over anyway. So it's on the outside, but so here's the front of the straps. There were a couple places I had to go over, just because I missed. I might actually go over that part right there as well, because I don't want this. You can see, yeah, I'm gonna go over that right there. Yeah, so I've got these attached. I just use these tri-glides is what they're called, and looked up some images of backpacks, and they're attached at the top, and then the webbing goes from the bottom of the backpack up through these, so come up and through so that you can tighten. So that is my plan. I'm now gonna attach this to the bottom, these straps to the top, and work on that inner pocket. Okay, so I've got my webbing set, and I went ahead and applied some interfacing, some not too thick, just enough to give it a little bit more oomph to the pocket. I'm going to sew the bias tape on the top up here, and then sew it onto the interior lining, because this is the back. This is the interior of the back. I'll put this on here. All right, we have a panel with pocket, and I only did right on the sides with the pocket. I didn't go all the way around because I'm gonna be doing that with the gusset, so I didn't want to put too many stitches in. Same thing on the bottom. Plus I need to cut off this excess here. Where did my ruler go? Here it is. I mean, this is a pattern that I made up, so finagling sizes and everything is kind of getting away from me a little bit, because I didn't add any extra seam allowance for when I added the canvas on, so that then shrunk the panel, so then the interior didn't quite get there. So yeah, there's this side. Now I'm gonna attempt to align this panel all the way around and clip it, and hopefully it fits and I don't have to cut any extra off, but we will see. Well, great news, it fits, and kind of perfectly. I mean, these side gussets line up pretty well with this back canvas. Middle points are on point, rounded corners. You know, I did make the inside panel, or like my exterior panels from my pattern, if I can grab it here, were, you know, they were pointed, and I should have considered that they're going to be rounded, but that's okay. I'll just, you know, sew it rounded and then clip off the corners. So one of the perks of not, you know, sewing everything in. And so since this is the back panel, that means that these straps are going to go on. So I am going to also clip these in so they can connect to the puffy straps, and then I'm going to go sew around the whole thing. Y'all, this is coming out fantastic. Oh, I'm so excited. Disregard all the little fluffies because that's just what happens. There was minimal puckering. You know, there's spots where, I guess, can you see that there? Where, you know, the fabric, you know, moved a little bit. Let's see, there's a little pucker there. I mean, it's not terrible. Could it be better? Probably. But it's a toddler's backpack. Like, she's not going to care. Oh my gosh, this thing is absolutely adorable. Okay, so am I really on the last step? I am. Oh no! I forgot to put these straps in. Doy. Okay, I'm gonna have to unpick some of the top, put those in, and restitch. Oh, goodness gracious. Still. Yay! Okay, that's all fixed. So now the straps are fully in. I could go ahead and... Oh, I made these backwards. Oh well. At this point, I'm not changing it. How does that even work? Oh my goodness. You know what? There's flubs in everybody's work. But these are just gonna... They're just gonna go up, y'all. Oh, I did them backwards. I should have put the... whatever this is called. The tri-glide. Slide glides? I don't even know. I put the package away, so I don't know. I should have put those on the bottom and then put the long strap on here. But you know what? I've done way too much work to take all of this out and redo it. So it's just gonna have to sit there. Or I might stew on it overnight and... Ugh. I'm gonna end up fixing it, y'all. Alright, well, the bag's not getting done tonight because I'm a perfectionist. So, yeah, what time is it? Almost 9:30? Yeah. Alright, so here's the plan, y'all. I will take these off here. Actually, I'll probably take the opportunity then to just kind of fold those down and put new straps on. I'll take these out, I'll take this off, and I'll just switch them. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's just a lot of seam repping. So tune in tomorrow night. Well, you won't know. I'll just edit it and it'll go right through for you. Okay, so I went in and fixed this. So now the longer straps are on the puffy shoulder straps, and the shorter ones, I also made these longer because it was hard to pick these out of this and ended up just tossing the pieces. So I put those down below. So now when you put your strap in, it goes in, down, and that's how it should look. Okay, so my next step then is to put the front on and flip it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, guys, the front's on. Moment of truth. Turn it inside out. Let's see if anything needs fixed. Here we go. Oh, yep, I can already see. I didn't catch that. Darn it. I'm gonna have to unpick that corner. There's so much bulk in the bottom. Okay, there's a little puckering there, and it looks like I need to grab that a little bit more. Oh, this whole side. Well, you know, sometimes things happen. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of puckering on that side. I mean, I'm not gonna unpick for puckering because that's just gonna happen in my first ever bag, but this is kind of cool. So I know the back's fine because I already looked at the back like a bajillion times. So looks like for the front, I've got this side here, a little bit more on that, and then this corner, but the rest looks pretty darn good. Check that out. I basically have a backpack. All right, I'm gonna go fix those corner and side pieces. Well, I'm pretty darn pleased with myself. I went through and just redid the fronts, and you know, they're still puckering, but I mean, what homemade book bag isn't going to have a little bit of puckering? Darn, this looks good. And then you got your front pocket, stick things in. Nice. Oh, look at that back. I love that back. It looks so darn good. Okay, so honestly, the only thing left to do is to go through and bind these edges in here, and I'm gonna save that for tomorrow because it's 10 o'clock. So, yeah, next little part of this video, which is just gonna come like right afterwards, you won't care, is me binding. Well, it'll be the finished after I bind. So, awesome. Everything is all in. Everything's flipped out. I added all the binding inside. We got a little pocket here. Oh my gosh, this turned out so well. I'm so excited. Now to go pick up Lucy and give it to her when she gets home. Gosh, check that out. That is so cool. So stinking cool. Hey Lucy, come look what I got you. What do you think?
It's good.
Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Do you need help putting it on? Come here. Come here. Here, come show me. Are you excited to wear it to school?
Mm-hmm.
You want me to help you put it on?
No, I can't do it.
Oh, you can do it?
I'll keep you show me.
Oh, okay. What are you going to put in there?
Just my toys.
Your toys. Do you like the inside? Okay, so that was a ton of fun. I mean, there were a lot of mistakes along the way, but I've gotten to the point where I'm okay unpicking things and redoing them, or running with it if it doesn't work. So, you know, I mentioned that there's puckering on parts of it. That's okay, it's handmade. This is literally the first backpack I have ever made. There's gonna be puckering, and so I'm learning to kind of go with the flow of things. You know, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch has really helped me a lot with that, just because watching her videos, she's not afraid to make mistakes and then work to correct those. Same thing with Lady Rebecca Fabrics, or Lady Rebecca Designs, Patterns. I'll link her below. She was actually my first sewing YouTube addiction. Still watch her videos like crazy. She is absolutely amazing. All of her dresses and outfits and everything are amazing. But she's not afraid to make mistakes either, and then just correct along the way. So I've really had a lot of influence from people on YouTube. So thanks guys, everybody. Yeah, so it's pink and purple, and there's unicorns. And as you can tell, Lucy loved it. So, you know, it's a good size for her. There's still a little bit of room in the straps that she can grow into. I was worried that maybe I didn't do those long enough, but I think I did. Oh, she already put a book in there. And I mean, look at the room in there. There's a lot of room. So that ended up good. Sheesh, that's almost the same size as her diaper bag. That'll work great. And I was afraid that the back part wouldn't, the back pocket wouldn't, let me just flip this up so you can see, give enough room to put things in, but it actually pulls away. It's not too tight like I thought it was gonna be. So this is really awesome. I'm proud of myself. And like, I mean, look, I had to go over this a couple times, like 2 or 3, because I kept missing the edge. And I'm sure there's still parts where, yeah, I could probably go over this again because the flap didn't fully catch itself, but that's on the inside. So, yeah, I would call this a success. I'm debating trying to work out the kinks in the pattern itself and like putting that out there on Etsy, but I don't know, for the time being, I just did it for me. Well, I did it for Lucy and had fun with it. But if anyone is interested in the pattern that I made, I mean, I'm more than willing to email it to you. So just let me know, because I can scan that in and send that your way. So awesome. Tell me what you think. Was this fun? Did you enjoy watching? Any tips or tricks for the next series, or is there something you want me to try to make? Because I'm having a lot of fun with that. I love my sewing machine. So I don't have plans yet, but I'm sure I will come up with something. Feel free to suggest a way. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Do you like it?
Yes, I do.